On a football team of considerable strengths, offensive line play right now might be Palmyra's most pronounced, as we've seen over and over again over the course of the last month.
Our pass pros improved. They're giving Brody time to throw the ball. I mean, I think he threw for 170 Friday night. We ran for 160, but we didn't have a rusher that had 100 yards. I mean, we had 5 or 6 different guys that had lots of carries and good yardage, and there's a lot of different ways. Some of it was outside, some of it was inside.
We have several different types of backs. We have me, we have Ross, and Hayes, who's more of a speedster. So they can just do it all. They'll come in, they can power block, they can do it all.
And those guys are doing a good job of understanding that and then getting out in space if we need them to. I mean, they're big, strong kids, but they're also pretty good athletes that can get out there and do things out there in the open space.
Over an incredibly difficult 4-game closeout stretch, the Palmyra offense has averaged just over 35 points per game. A credit to the protection that all of those Panthers skill position weapons are receiving from the guys up front. It is truly a line that has come into its own late in the season, and with an unintended midseason push from a pair of rivals in Clark County and, yes, in district title foe Monroe City. Looking back now, it was a needed call to arms in back-to-back weeks that clearly resonated.
I think they kind of just hit us in the mouth. I think some of our players needed to get hit in the mouth to really know if we are real this year.
Just working on the little details. It's one of those things where we know what we need to do, and we're just like get your butt to the hole, and little stuff like that that's helped us take our game to the next level and make it a little easier on Ross and the guys in the backfield to get those couple extra yards that mean a difference in those big games.
Well, you know, that's what we preach all year long, is just get better every week, and I think that was the week for us where we just kind of we were starting to make a transition into a different style of offense. We were kind of going from where we were beginning of the year and end of last year into kind of where we wanted to be now. And I think they were just kind of starting to figure it out, and you really see them start to click right then. They've worked hard, and having Coach Jones, playing college football in here as an O-line coach has been huge. It's just been good to have him around to teach those guys and do those type things with them, and they've just gotten better and better every week, and they're really starting to play good right now.
Which this week affords the Panthers a chance to set some things right with Monroe, a defense that poses unique matchup challenges given the black and gold's athleticism from front to back.
It's one of those things where your little technique stuff, you're gonna have to take a little flatter steps and stuff like that, but it's one of those things we're gonna come out, we're gonna play physical, and we're gonna play our game and hopefully out physical them and just get north and south.
I don't think blocking wise it makes us such a tougher team to block, but they definitely are fast, and Keaton Pennywell, he's fast, and so is the Taunton kid, and they're really good linebackers, and they'll find the hole, and we got to get there.
Making sure that we don't give them a chance to let that speed be a factor, because we got some guys that are fast, and we know that it's going to be mano-a-mano.
Not to mention Monroe City's outlier Volition. Just ask Bowling Green, which last week became the latest in a long list of foes to find out just how hard it is to put away the black and gold.
I mean, they got athletes, they got players, they got big kids that just play hard and they're coached well. I mean, it's just one of those games that you just know year in, year out it's going to be a dogfight, and it's just another week in the CCC.
Tonight at 6 o'clock, we mark the return of the KHQA Student Athlete of the Week with a profile of Canton softball star Tegan Burbridge. And you may have heard me mention at the time that Tegan was named a second-team All-Stater by the Missouri Fast Pitch Coaches Association in Class 1. She was not our area's only representation. Also in Class 1, Knox County shortstop Riley Strange was a first-team All-Stater for her work for the Lady Eagles this season. In Class 2, a trio of Monroe City Panthers were honored after their fine season and run to the Final Four. Both catcher Bailey Hayes and outfielder Carly Youngblood were first-team All-State selections, while outstanding pitcher Riley Quinn earned second-team honors. And in Class 3, Bowling Green was well represented as well, as pitcher Tanner Turner was a second-team All-Stater, as was her battery mate, catcher Grace Dameron. And a developing story to tell you about tonight out of Southeast Iowa, as KHQA has learned that Miracle Ailes, the All-State state champion high jumper from Keokuk, has received her first Division I scholarship offer by way of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Now, Miracle, of course, didn't get to compete last spring and defend her title due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but apparently she made quite a splash with the Hawkeyes And if Miracle does in fact decide to sign with Iowa, she would be the third area homegrown Hawkeye, following the lead of throwers Jordan Johnson of Quincy High School and Elijah Barnes of Fort Madison. Amber, back to you.